Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Clarence Seedorf, Jim, a player of immense intelligence and relentless brilliance.
Yeah, he is the total midfielder, Peter. He's essentially a 10, an 8 and a 6 all in one.
Oh, what has happened here? That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. That's a shade optimistic. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Pass is just off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Vieira. And Mateus. And it's Maldini. Mbappe! Defending of the desperate variety. Well, they've got it again. Pass somewhat off target. And that is a little undercooked. Maldini. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Oh, that's fabulous. Vitinha is onto this, and that's gone loose. Messi. And Messi! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
That has not gone well. He's had a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Deftly away. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Seedorf. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bullet. Boca Juniors are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Now it's Hullet. And here's Dembele. Vieira does well to get it back. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's there to make the challenge. Vieira. And here's Dembele. Vieira pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Maldini. Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Gets a good foot in there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Seedorf. Oh, what's he done? Maldini. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Hullet, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Tries to pass it through, and this is Hullet. Vieira. And it's Eto'o. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Pings in across. That's really well manoeuvred.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And this is Hullet. Hullet was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Messi. Looking for the run, and he welcomes it in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's heaved it away. And he cuts out the supply. Maldini. Now it's Messi. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Vieira. Now Seedorf. Seedorf going like a man possessed at the moment. Seedorf proves just a little bit too strong. And this could be the final action of the first half. And it's been taken short. He'll try from distance! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Oh, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. The second half is up and running.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Nicely aimed pass. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Bullets! They've scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
And this is Messi. Vitinha is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Taken back almost at once. Boca Juniors, still this single goal behind. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Beckenbauer. Messi, currently being consciously targeted.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And the finish! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Entran número 8, número 7, número 19.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Iniesta. Eto'o. Pull it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Eto'o, looking to play him in. Pull it.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Oh, nice touch. Desai, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's in plenty of space here, and he's managed to get free.
Boca Juniors really are going for it here.
Eto'o! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
It's a promising position. Seedorf gets it clear. And it's Maldini. That is good progress on the left.
Boca Juniors really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And Messi! Pull it. Maldini calmly anticipates.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. This is a promising build-up. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Boca Juniors could be just about done here.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
That is great defending, so alert. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking.
Cambio en Paraguay. Número 15.
So changes afoot here, and from both
Lo
sides.
reemplazará. Número 2. Se está realizando un cambio.
Thuram. And here's Bale. Bale! So close to drawing level.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Time and again they are repelled. And he's intervened well there. And it's Bale. And here's Neymar. Tries a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
And that has left him in a heap. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Paraguay are down to 10 men. Roberto Carlos. And it's Iniesta. Now there's a fine ball. Shot, surely! And that's a good finish. And he celebrates his 30th goal. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal. 90.
That's it, the referee says enough. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.